sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. And it'll be an excellent return as he's all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
As the excitement continues to swirl after that return, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about keeping that excitement going. Already in scoring position, I've got to take some shots at the end zone right now. Come on.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Montgomery on the counter. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bears will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. They'll elect to bring it out here from the... And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Bears 14, Saints nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Ready? Right.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So a nice run there. And I have to think a strong running game in the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it open, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Charles, I think it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got an open man, it's Olave. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Gain of 31 yards. That's good for a Saints.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second and 13. And it'll be intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. They go play action now. Jackson. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll go again here with Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They'll run on first down with Akers. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Akers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with Akers. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
So the previous play, a big help, is now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From midfield now, here's Jackson. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Montgomery back to the ground. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson now. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
He completes it to Olave. Now another timeout called for by the offense. as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Thomas. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Gerald Everett, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Saints 7.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Hey, middle.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to it, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And I think he was able to get back on it. He was. So they will get the ball after all, but that could have been a disaster.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now it's Jackson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. So potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Going right back to Akers.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
On the double.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
A give up the middle to Akers. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
They'll look to run with Akers.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
Desmond Ridder scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From the 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
That is caught by Lamb. On the move past the 40.
A huge play there for Chicago. 46 yards. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jalen Hurd from 21 yards away. And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. After the interception, here's Jackson. That's Samuel, caught left side.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Play action. Now Jackson. Buying time to his left.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And this one is right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Lamar Jackson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Bears continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Okay, ready? The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bears are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. The 71 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
And the Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.